All right, so good morning again, everybody. My name is Miss Leanne Dominguez. I am the secondary school principal here at Shattuck-St. Mary's. I did this agreement announcement earlier, but I will do this again. I would like to make sure that everyone is using their proper virtual backgrounds, or if not, please just make sure that you are in a place with a plain background so as not to distract the other guests. Senior students, please make sure that your names, your full names are written on your tag so people know that you are our graduates for today. We recommend all participants to be on speaker view. So at the upper right side of your screen, you should be able to choose speaker view. Please remember to mute yourselves at all times unless you see a clap and celebrate sign on the bottom right of the slide. So as I've said, as of this moment, you can still do that and say hello to everyone. But when we move on, I would really like everybody to please be mindful of that symbol on the lower right side. Okay, so later when our graduates get their diplomas, you will be seeing these signs on their slides. And so we'd like you to turn on your mics later and just cheer for them, okay? All right. As we've said earlier, this event is also being streamed on our virtual graduation website under the live stream page. So if you wish to watch on our site, that is fine as well. We encourage you to visit the site to meet our graduates and also to leave messages for the class of 2021. All right, without further ado, welcome to the class of 2021 graduation ceremony. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this morning's graduation program for the class of 2021. We are gathered here today to celebrate the significant milestone in the lives of these young men and women. At this time, would you please join us in welcoming the class of 2021?
So here is cello, yeah.
Hello, my name is Katie.
Leaving Julian in absentia.
Okay, so hello, my name is Ellen. Yay! No.
Hello, my name is Toshiki. Yay! Hi!
Hello, my name is Sim.
Hello, I'm Yuki.
Hello, my name is Jonas.
Hello, my name is Zion.
Peter and Angela, you can say hello. All right. Okay.
Hello, I'm Angela.
Please join us in honoring the national anthems of Malaysia and the United States of America.
I cannot hear it.
Thank you. Thank you, Suki.
Good morning, students, teachers, staff, parents, everyone else who's attending. Let us all welcome the class of 2021 to their graduation. No one anticipated that the ceremony would happen quite the way it is today, but here we are in a virtual graduation. The long tradition at Shattuck-St. Mary's in America is that the oldest and the nearest and dearest traditions of the school are remembered, and awards are given and speeches are given and diplomas are awarded. And the focus is on moving through the arch as a symbol of leaving the school and going out into the greater world to serve and to continue to learn. Well, that's kind of complicated in a pandemic world. Most of our students have already gone home. We only have one of our members of the mighty class of 2021 still here on campus. So as far as moving through the arch, I think that ship has sailed. And I also want to applaud the creative work of our seniors as they had their avatars move through the arch in the video you'll see later. A wonderful symbolic gesture and a great improvisation in a time when innovation is prized. But the question I ask you today is, well, what are you prepared for? You finished high school, it's over. Your credits are earned and your diplomas are printed and we're about to hand them to you. I'm at this point really certain you're going to graduate sometime within the next hour, in fact. But let's just stop for a minute and think about what you might be prepared for. Society gives you a high school diploma and says you're ready to go to college. And there's lots of other awards you might get along the way. If you were, in a country that was celebrating the UK's definition of leadership, you might have earned something like the Duke of Edinburgh Award, which involves many hours of community service and a variety of activities, and it would certify that you had done all those good things and you were ready to go out into the world. If you were in America, you might have been a Boy or a Girl Scout, and you might have achieved the Eagle Scout, and you might have been given that award. You might have earned other awards along your way in music or drama or speech or debate. Who knows? But all of these things would have been preparing you for the world. And when I think about people who are really prepared for the world, sometimes I wonder who is that? Who's really prepared? And for reasons I cannot explain, this morning I was thinking about your education is a lot like a Swiss Army knife. Those little pocket knives that have blades and screwdrivers and scissors and tweezers and anywhere between 10 and 33 different tools in them. Well, that's sort of what a high school education is like. And then I thought for a minute, why is the Swiss Army knife famous? The Swiss don't go to war. They haven't meaningfully been involved in a military conflict since about 1870. And they were a little bit concerned that they might get involved in the Franco-Prussian War. And that was the amount of their military involvement. And 20 years before that, they were worried that Prussia was going to invade them. Back in 1847, there was a revolution, a civil war in Switzerland, and the Swiss military was called into action. And really, it's been since 1815, 2 weeks after the Battle of Waterloo, that the Swiss invaded France. So this is not a country that is really famous for its military might. Yet all around the world, we are familiar with the thing called the Swiss Army knife, because it's kind of a useful tool and it symbolizes somebody might be prepared for the unexpected. And again, I tell you, the Swiss were briefly famous in the 1500s for being mercenaries around the world. And in 1506, Pope Julius II hired Swiss guards to guard the Vatican. And they do that to this day. And they really haven't seen much action there either. Only in 1527, during the sack of Rome, they suffered 190 casualties. They did manage to get the Pope Clement VII out through a secret tunnel. But really, I don't think they used their Swiss Army knives in this event. And the Swiss Army knife really didn't become popular until the 1890s. And since then, it's been around. We've all seen one, many of us have one, and it has lots of interesting tools. And in so many ways, that's what your high school education is like. It's something that prepares you for the unexpected, but mostly it prepares you for times of peace and opportunity. High school education doesn't prepare you to go to war. Think of yourself more like a Swiss soldier, as infinitely prepared for peacetime. And I think you will put yourself in the right frame of mind. And we at Shattuck-St. Mary's don't prepare you with a overly specific set of skills. That's not the kind of school we are. We have you do general things like every high school in the world. We expect that you will be good at everything for the years you were in high school. But we know you're better at some things than others. And we expect that during your time here, what you really do is figure out which of those things you're really good at and which of those things you want to pursue. What is your passion? Where will you go? What will you do? Well, I don't envy you at all. You've all been accepted to great colleges, and I am jealous of that. You have wonderful opportunities waiting for you, but none of you really know what they look like. because you might be still in virtual school for another semester or another year. Your future is at best uncertain, and that's just the way it is. Normally at graduation, the adults tell you that you're prepared for the world, and they have some idea about the world that you're prepared for, and they do that with some confidence. I have to honestly say, I have no idea what the world looks like tomorrow or next week or next year. I know it gets better every day. I know that we are winning against this pandemic. I know that the freedoms that we once enjoyed will soon return. I just don't know when or in what order. So I think the past year and a half in particular should be useful to you. You've had to adapt, you've had to adjust, you've had to figure out new ways to do old things. And in the process, you threw away some ideas that were never really that good in the first place. And you adapted new strategies, and you solved problems. And you figured out how to make computers work for you and how to learn with each other and with your teachers in ways that nobody had ever asked students to learn before. And for that, we are enormously proud of you. You're not only the first class of Shattuck-St. Mary's Forest City International School, you're the first class to graduate at the, hopefully, the near end of this pandemic, and at the end of what we hope has been a highly innovative and interesting period of learning. But soon we will return to our regularly scheduled program where students and teachers sit in the same room and breathe the same air and maybe not even wear a mask. Those days are coming. So we think you're prepared. We think you have an adequate Swiss Army knife to meet the challenges that lie ahead. And while I maybe worry you a little bit by telling you the world's an uncertain place, I will also remind you that you're probably at the beginning of a really interesting wave. The last time the world had a pandemic in 1918, the years that followed were enormously prosperous. There was growth and there was development and there was investment and people prospered and people traveled and interesting things happened in the 1920s. So don't think it's all doom and gloom. It's a world of opportunity, and it awaits, and it has lots of new rules, and maybe you don't have to travel as far. Maybe you can do the things you want to do from wherever you are. And that barrier has been broken. And you and your laptop are ready for university. So I wish you the best of luck. And I hope you remember your time here well. I know your teachers enjoyed teaching you. We all enjoyed having you here. And I hope you made some friendships with one another that will last a lifetime. So at this point, I would like to introduce the head of school of Shattuck-St. Mary's in Minnesota, Mr. Matt Cavalier, and he has some remarks to share with you. Matt, I turn it over.
Thank you very much, Dr. Meliberte. And first of all, I'd just like to thank everybody for being here in attendance today. And you know,
I'm sorry. I'm ahead of myself on the program. Matt, you just have to wait a few more minutes. We have an important presentation of the valedictorian, and Principal Dominguez will be tending to that right now. So we'll be back with Matt in a few minutes.
Thank you. At this time, I have the distinct pleasure of recognizing two students who will be receiving this year's special awards. The Shattuck-St. Mary's Forest City Spirit Award is the first award that we're going to be giving today. It is given to the student who most fully embodies the habits of heart and mind of the ideal Shattuck-St. Mary's Forest City International School student. The award takes into account the nominee's overall experience, including academic performance, leadership, and contribution to the community. This award goes to Katie Kim Min Seok. Dr. Malaberti has the award right there. If you hover onto his screen, you can see the plaque, which we will be mailing to you, Katie. Right. I did forget to put the clap sign, but you can clap for these 2 awards. Right. The valedictorian is the student who has demonstrated academic excellence and has shown consistent leadership in their approach to learning in the class of 2021. This year's class valedictorian is Sim Shu Ting. Sim, why don't you go over and get your medal from Mr. Malaberti? It's fine, he can be there in front of you. Our one and only live student. All right, guys. Thank you. All right, so Matt, you can after.
Okay, so we will now hear from Matt. Sorry, we will now hear from Matt Cavalier, the head of school of Shattuck-St. Mary's in Faribault, Minnesota. Good morning, Matt.
Well, good morning, everybody. And, congratulations. I know that you've had a rough year. I know that things have
Matt,
been.
I think you need to unmute.
I'm unmuted. How about now?
I can hear him.
You all can hear me?
Yeah.
You, because your words are so small.
Well, let's hope that people can hear me here. Otherwise, I don't really know sign language, but I'll give it a shot if I have to. But it's really great to be here this evening for us here in Faribault, but this morning for you. I can't tell you how proud we are. But before I kind of get into kind of what I really want to say to the seniors, I just want to welcome and say thank you to all the parents and guardians and family members who are in attendance. For us, when students come to Shattuck-St. Mary's School in Faribault, it's very similar to attending Shattuck-St. Mary's School in Forest City. Quite often, the parents and the families are thousands of miles away. And it means a lot to us that you trust us with your children. And I know it means a lot to the teachers and the staff at Forest City that you trust them with your most prized possession. So we appreciate that. And to the faculty and staff and administration of Forest City, SSM Forest City, wow, I mean, I know what it was like here in Faribault and kind of traveling across the United States. I have a little bit of an idea of what it was like for you in Forest City, just from my conversations with Dr. Malaberti. But I'm just incredibly impressed and in
You
awe
too.
of everything you are able to do to keep community going, to keep these students entertained and engaged and moving forward in their academics all year long. So I really hope that all the students and families recognize the hard work that these faculty and staff put in. And there's no little symbol for applause here, but I'd love to see like a round of applause for all of the work that they put in to make this happen. And of course, we're here really, with everybody else. We're happy that you're all here, but today is about you seniors. And you are about to make history as the first graduating class of Shattuck-St. Mary's School, Forest City. Like everyone else in attendance, and probably many more who are unable to attend, I'm incredibly proud of you. Like Dr. Malaberti said, you have certainly persevered through immense hardships this year. And to continue his metaphor, your Swiss Army knife has many more tools in it than mine did as a senior in 1994. But there was never a doubt in our minds that you would be here this morning ready to receive your high school diplomas. There couldn't be any doubt. There was no way that you, you intrepid pioneers ready to tackle the unknown of attending a new school built on a new island, would be deterred by any challenges you might meet, not even a pandemic. You proved that you had a spirit of adventure by joining a school in its infancy, and today you get to celebrate your role as the firsts. Shattuck-St. Mary's School began in 1858, and I think of this graduating class in front of me today, all of you seniors, as having a deep connection to those students who began in a little town in Minnesota called Faribault over 160 years ago. You represent more than the founders of Shattuck and St. Mary's schools could ever have dreamed. They would all be so proud of you. I know that the members of the Shattuck-St. Mary's Educational Services team are proud of you. Over the years, Nick Stoneman, Don McMillan, and Courtney Cavalier have all raved about the faculty and the students who chose to be a part of something new, something exciting, and something challenging. They all look forward to this day as they work tirelessly with Dr. Malaberti, Ms. Dominguez, and the team of talented and amazing educators and school leaders to carry on the tradition of excellence that traces its roots back to 1858. Seniors, today is your day. You need to cherish it and you need to hold on to it. As I told our seniors at our commencement about a month ago, take every opportunity you have to slow these last moments down. They are the last moments you have as students of Shattuck-St. Mary's Forest City. In not too long, as Dr. Malaberti just said, probably less than an hour, you'll be graduates and alumni, and your lives will take you so many other places. And if you're lucky, your life will have some exciting twists and turns. But remember this, you can always walk through the arch, whether it is in Forest City or in Faribault, and you will find people ready to welcome you home again. Congratulations to the class of 2021. We are in awe of all that you have accomplished. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cavalier. At this point, I'd like to introduce our class of 2021 valedictorian, Sim Shuching, for his valedictory speech. Okay, go ahead. Script. I don't have. Okay, hang on. All right, let's just give us a second. Two seconds. All right, here you go.
Good morning, principals, teachers, parents, students, and our beloved seniors. It is my honor to have the opportunity to represent the class of 2021 in this event that marks an end, but also another beginning in our journey. Firstly, I would like to thank all people who worked tirelessly to orchestrate this graduation ceremony, despite the many challenges encountered on the way, especially Mrs. Dominguez for leading the effort. From shipping caps and gowns to finding ways to make seniors feel appreciated, included, this is still truly a memorable and special event for us, albeit unconventional. I'm also grateful to Dr. Malaberti, the head of school, for providing me the opportunity to begin my pathway here at Shattuck, and all of my teachers and friends for giving me a wonderful journey here of knowing and getting to know all of you. Each and every one of you is very important throughout my 3 years here. And last but not least, I would like to thank my parents and my sister for always being my pillar of support, even from a distance. I believe we can all agree that it's been a very challenging year for every one of us. Back when I first joined Shattuck in 2018, I never would have believed that our high school journey would end in such an unusual but special way. Still, being able to pull through this whole year with many members of our school located in various parts of the world undoubtedly prove our community's flexibility and adaptability as a whole. Shattuck's vision is to be a community committed to excellence, integrity, and innovation. In my 3 years here in Shattuck, I've seen how excellence takes on different shapes in others, how integrity can grow slowly, and how innovation enables a community to persevere through obstacles. Students, faculty, and all our community members have shared their unique qualities, whether it is academic excellence or excellence in athletics, interpersonal skills, gaming skills, music performance, baking, perseverance, and kindness, to name a few. Having lived among so much excellence and witnessing others going through, taking risks, and pushing themselves to accomplish new things, I was even able to see myself change from a person who actively dodged all group activities in order to avoid social interaction into someone that has been given the opportunity to give a speech in front of hundreds of people online. I consider that a significant part of my learning journey. The process was far from easy though. There were so many uncertainties and doubts before I took the first step towards change, whether it was tackling online school, learning a new language, or adapting to boarding life. We all had to take the uncertain first step towards achieving excellence in our own regards. But maybe after 10 years, I will look back and realize that I probably should cut myself some slack. I mean, it was the first time I encountered all these problems after all. And oftentimes I would think every moment has the possibility of becoming a first step, because every new moment is a brand new experience you have never met before, since every consecutive moment we are welcoming is new. We should keep in mind that every second, minute, day, week, year that we are living is actually the very first time we are experiencing it. And it is an opportunity to grow in the direction of the excellence of your choosing. So, no matter what your individual unique path towards excellence may be, with patience, grace, and acceptance, I hope the next few seconds can be the moment where you give yourself a hug, pat yourself on the back, and comfort yourself. Tell yourself that great job on experiencing and trying hard during all these very first times. No matter what the end results are, no matter whether you are satisfied with them or not, that's okay, because that was your first time. So to our graduates, embrace this very first new moment while it still lasts, and look forward to all the future experiences that are awaiting you. If you feel this second, that's okay. Take a break, get yourself together, and the second after, you'll be prepared for it. Finally, whether you are a teacher, student, or a parent, I hope you can enjoy your many first times coming up on the horizon with people you love and care about, as those moments come and go very quickly. Thank you.
Thank you, Sim. Sim has been a wonderful student here at Shattuck-St. Mary's Forest City since the day he arrived. And I remember that day, I think in late September, early October of 2018. And just for you younger students out there, keep in mind, while Sim is a brilliant young man with a keen mind and a good, strong work ethic, he's also been a good member of the boarding community, and he's taken advantage of the opportunity that Shattuck-St. Mary's presents all its students. That is to work closely with teachers. And therein lies the secret to his success, is his ability to first be a good student and a hardworking one, but also take advantage, full advantage of the opportunity that's in front of him. So for you younger ones out there, take note. This is how you get to the head of the class. All right, on to the business of the day, which is the awarding of the diplomas. But first, we must seek from our chairwoman of the board permission to grant the diplomas. So may I call upon Christy Clogness, Chair of the Board of Shattuck-St. Mary's Educational Services and Shattuck-St. Mary's School, to grant Ms. Dominguez and I the authority to issue the diplomas.
Thank you, Greg. It is absolutely my pleasure. As Chair of the Board of Governors of Shattuck-St. Mary's Forest City International School, I authorize the head of school, Dr. Malaberti, and Principal Dominguez to award diplomas to the members of the class of 2021. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I extend a heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2021. You are an extraordinary group of students who have persevered through extraordinary times. Good luck on your future endeavors, and most importantly, revel in your accomplishments.
Thank you. And now I turn the program over to Principal Dominguez, who will present the diplomas.
I would like to now virtually award our diplomas to our graduates. Graduates, we will be mailing these diplomas to you very soon. At this point, we are asking our audience and guests to please unmute your mics and cheer for our graduates as they receive their diplomas. Graduates, when you hear your name called, we want you and your families to get up from your seats and enjoy this moment. Thank you. Jin Chen Long.
Well done, Chen Long.
Yay.
Kim Min Sok.
All right. Congratulations.
Good work, Katie.
Lee Ziming Julian. Lian Ganlin.
Great job, Jason.
Good job, Jason.
Hey, congratulations.
Lo Yin.
Hey.
Go, Alan.
Min Junji.
Good job, Toshiki.
Good job. Toshiki, go.
Tim Shu Ting.
Hey.
Take Yuki.
Way to go, you.
All right. Good job.
Jonas Frederick Tanner.
Jonas.
Yang Su Hao.
Congrats, Giant.
Zhang Wen Li.
Peter.
Zhang Yi Dan. Angela.
Well done, Angela.
All right, that is our first batch of graduates. Dr. Malaberti, do you want to?
Yes, congratulations to the mighty class of 2021. I have one final request for you, and that is that you take your tassel from the left and place it on the right to symbolize your graduation. And that is your final step of your education here at Shattuck-St. Mary's Forest City. And we wish you the best of luck. Thank you. You might also want to toss your cap in the air. That's okay too.
Just don't toss it at someone. All right. Let us now hear some words of wisdom from our graduates. Thank you to our senior advisors, Mr. Quarry and Ms. Neri, for helping put together the slides. Okay.
To the new environment is to make a lot of good friends, have a good relationship with your teachers, work hard and think positively, so that you have the opportunity to seize the opportunity and achieve the success.
When you take a step out of your comfort zone, you will feel a little bit scared of the step you made, but that might be the beginning of a great journey.
You should always think outside of the box. There will be new challenges waiting for you to be successful. Success and happiness come in all shapes and sizes. Find your own slice of happiness and carve them out.
Everyone will encounter difficulties and obstacles. All you have to do is to break them or make a detour and continue on your way.
The road to growth is not always easy, and it may be tiring to keep going. But when you stop playing on your phone or computer and do the things that are good for you, over time you will get used to doing them, which will make it easier.
There are endless possibilities for the future, so feel free to explore.
The best talent in the world is hard work.
Graduation is just one chapter of your life. It does not mean the end, but rather it means a whole new start in your life.
Do you love life? Then do not squander time, for this the stuff life is made of.
You might hate it, you might not want to do it, but in the end, it'll all be worth it if you try.
Thank you so much for those words of wisdom. I would like to conclude the ceremony with a few words of wisdom myself to our graduates. As you proceed to the next chapter in your lives, I offer you one advice. The only person you need to measure yourself up against is the person you have the potential to become. The real work happens internally, guys. Remember that. It happens when we recognize our true desires and let them be the compass that guides. Ask yourself what you feel passionately about, what motivates you, what you feel drawn to. The truth is that we each have our own unique gifts and talents to contribute to a cause larger than ourselves. Your gifts are meant for sharing. In the end, we don't create our paths in life, we uncover them. Your path is already there, as I've always told you, waiting for you. You just have to find it. I wish you good luck and good health. Please remember, as what Mr. Cavalier said, you always have a family to go back to, whether it's in Minnesota or Shattuck-St. Mary's Forest City. You will be missed. Please enjoy the music from our faculty band, the Rusty Sabres, as we exit the Zoom call. So you can unmute your mics, go cheer one last time, and we will have our Rusty Sabres playing in the background. Okay. Where is our, hang on. Where's my Rusty Sabres? Mr. Korth, can we play the music? Thank you guys for attending our ceremony today. We're trying to find the Rusty Sabres track, which should be on this slide. So hang on. Let me just Okay, so while we're trying to find that, please don't forget to leave a message for our graduates. Make sure to scan this QR code here on the screen and leave that message for them. Okay, I'm just going
And
to.
Mr. Court is saying go back and then click again the slide.
Okay. Thank you. You can stay on and enjoy the music or log off on our Zoom call. Thank you, everybody. We're so proud of you, seniors.
Thank you, everyone. Good luck, class of 2021.
You can unmute and say goodbye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Great.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Evening, class.
Bye. Good job, everybody.
Any questions, class?